Alright, so first things first, what exactly is Aliexpress dropshipping for anyone that's never heard of it before? Well, it's simply where you're going to make a product available for a customer to buy, and you're going to use a particular platform to do so, which I'm going to be explaining a little bit later on in this video exactly how you can do that. And once the customer has purchased the item from you, you're going to now receive the money from that customer, take that money, go over to Aliexpress, buy the item from one of the suppliers on Aliexpress, and then from there, they're going to send it directly to your customer, which means that you're never going to have to physically touch or see the item. So it's a very simple online business model, and using Aliexpress is a great way to get started with a dropshipping store if you're a complete beginner. Now, for those of you that are watching this video that are completely new to this whole concept of making money online and you've never heard of Aliexpress before and you want a little bit more information on exactly what it is, well, it's basically a Chinese retail website that you're going to be able to go into and buy things like a normal consumer would, or you can use it when it comes to finding a cheap item so that you're going to be able to list it on your own store for a marked up price and make a profit. And to show you a quick example of someone that's doing this right now, I'm going to jump onto the homepage just like this, and I'm going to pick a random product that is on the homepage. So let's look at this item over here. So this is a product that I've never ever seen before in my life. I don't even know what it does, but if I just copy the name of the item just like this and then go over to Google Shopping, as you can see, there's someone that has built a store that's selling this exact same item for around £19, even though the item is available on Aliexpress right now for around $6. And before I move on to the actual step-by-step strategy that you need to be aware of, I just want to answer one of the most common questions that I get when it comes to building a dropshipping store and using Aliexpress, which is, Sam, why exactly would anyone buy from my store when the exact same item is available for them to purchase on Aliexpress for a much cheaper price? And the answer to that question is very simple. One of the first things that you need to be aware of is that not every single person in the world knows that Aliexpress is even a thing. And the people that are aware of Aliexpress may prefer to buy from your store because they believe that they're going to get a better service when it comes to customer service, getting their queries answered, and they may think that you've managed to find the best quality supplier on Aliexpress, which means that they're going to be able to save time. Alright, so moving on to one of the next things that you guys need to be aware of, which is what platform do you actually use when it comes to listing your products and making them available for customers to buy. Now, there's so many different options that are out there, but the two that I normally recommend when it comes to specifically using AliExpress is either eBay or Shopify. And for those of you that have never heard of Shopify before, you're going to be able to sign up for a 3-month trial by clicking the link in my description down below. And once you have signed up and you've created an account, you're then going to be able to build your own e-commerce website. You're going to be able to use all of the different free themes when it comes to designing your store so that it looks very professional. And you can go into websites like pexel.com or even Canva for you to get all of the images that you're going to use on the website. And then from there, you're going to be able to import as many products as you want from AliExpress over to your Shopify store. But depending on which platform you decide to go with, it's very important for you to be aware of exactly what goes into finding a winning product so that you're going to be able to sell the best product for you to increase your chances of being able to make as much profit as possible. And there's so many different ways that you can do product research, but I'm going to show you one of the methods that I've been using recently that involves going onto Amazon. And obviously you're not going to be selling on Amazon, you're just going to use it as a way for you to see which items are popular on this platform, since it's the most popular e-commerce website in the entire world. So first things first, what I like to do is click on this option over here where it says today's deals. And on this page, Amazon is going to show us all of these different items that they're currently running all of these different deals on. And they're not necessarily going to put an item that isn't selling well or they don't believe is going to sell on this page over here. So we're going to be able to use this information for us to find a winning product. But what I like to do from this point is come over to the left hand side over here and filter the results so that it shows me the ideal category that I'm looking to sell a product in. So in this example, I'm going to click on electronics. Then what I'm going to do is scroll down and see if there's an item that stands out to me. So straight away I can see that there's this fitness watch over here. Scrolling down a little bit more, I can see that there's another one over here, and scrolling down again I can see that there's another one. So now that I know that fitness watches seem to be doing well on Amazon, what I'm going to do is go over to Helium 10, which is a product research tool, because it's going to be able to show us whether or not people are actually spending money on this item, which again is going to be a strong indicator to let us know if we're going to be successful when it comes to drop shipping it from AliExpress. So the way that you can use Helium 10 is, of course, you need to sign up for an account, which you could do using the discounted link in my description down below. And once you have got an account, you're going to use the Google Chrome extension tool. So I'm just going to click on it just like this. And right here, as you guys can see, Helium 10 is able to show us that customers spent over $8 million in the last 30 days on an item that contains the keyword fitness watch in the title, which definitely shows us that this is a popular product that people are buying right now as we speak. But not only that, if we click on the search volume option, Helium 10 is going to be able to show us how many searches have been made for any keyword ever since 2019. So as you guys can see, there's been a consistent amount of people going onto Amazon to search for this product. And we're also going to be able to check the search data on Google. And again, we can see that it's been very consistent, and the same thing can be seen on Walmart as well. Okay, so once you're at the point where you found an item that you're happy to start dropshipping, what you then need to do is find a successful Shopify seller that's already dropshipping a similar product that can be found on Aliexpress. And the way that I do that is by going over to the Google Shopping homepage, typing in the keyword for the item that I'm looking for. So in this case, we are trying to sell a fitness watch. Then what I do is just take a look at all of these different sellers right here. So I can see that Fitbit is number one, and I can see that this store is the second one, and I can see that Samsung is the one after that, etc, etc. But in today's video, I'm going to click on this store over here, since it's not a brand name store that's probably selling branded items. Okay, so here's the website over here, and they've got all of these different smartwatches available. They probably got maybe 50 to 100 different watches available on their website. And the reason why I know that they're most likely successful when it comes to selling all of these different watches is because if we go over to this site over here and look at the amount of traffic they're getting, we can see that on average they're getting about 80,000 visitors every single month, which means that if they're making, let's say, $2 per every single visitor they get, they're most likely bringing in over $150,000 in revenue per month. And another reason why this site is worth replicating is because if we take a look at the types of smartwatches they're selling and look at the brand name and just copy it and go over to AliExpress, we can see that the exact same brand name and the exact same watches are also available for us to start dropshipping right now with really quick delivery. It seems like majority of their watches that they've listed on their Shopify store is available on AliExpress, which means that right now, if you did want to compete with them, you're going to be able to do so. And you also know what traffic source they're using, which is Google Shopping ads, which again is not a difficult thing to use at all, as long as you educate yourself on exactly what you need to know when it comes to setting up your first ad campaign and optimizing it in the best possible way for you to make sure that you're utilizing your daily budget in the best possible way. But of course, there's a lot more that goes into building a dropshipping store. I just wanted to give you guys the basic things that I wish someone told me when I first started, because it would have put me onto the path of being able to make my first 6 figures in profit a lot sooner. But if you want a little bit more clarity and a little bit more information as to what you need to know when it comes to getting started, then you can go over to www.shopifyproject.com, because over there what I've done is create a step-by-step guide to educate you guys on everything I've learned over my many years of building various different e-commerce websites in terms of designing my stores in the best possible way, as well as making sure that everything is optimized in the best way, and just everything you need to know generally speaking when it comes to you being able to make your first official sale. So if you did want to check that out, you can visit the website that's on the screen right now, or what you can do is click the first link in my description down below. And if you also want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down the legal side of starting a dropshipping business, things that people don't really speak about, things that I didn't really touch on in today's video, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that out straight after this one, because it's already helped out so many people, and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.